Well, it's time for the second installment of why I will not be voting Republican again. And this video can be summarized in one word, and that's war. I want to start with a little history that comes from the end of World War II. When the Allied forces were building up for the D-Day invasion of Normandy to begin taking Europe back from the Germans, they built up a big false armada of equipment near the narrow point in the English Channel where it would make the most sense for them to launch an invasion on Europe. And they also leaked information to the Germans, letting them know the spot the buildup would be happening, so that the Germans would begin monitoring the wrong stuff. The fake equipment that was made out of plywood and paper mache and whatever else they can stitch together that wasn't valuable for the Germans to watch. Meanwhile, further to the west, in a less advantageous part of the English Channel, they built up the real buildup of equipment. So when the day comes to launch the D-Day invasion, the Germans are watching the wrong equipment, seeing it not move, not being alarmed as the real ship sailed in the cover of darkness towards the coast of France. And that little bit of history kind of reminds me of what probably happened last June when the U.S. bombed Iran. At the time, we claimed we destroyed their nuclear capabilities, but in actuality, what we probably did was just destroyed a bunch of empty tunnels. We hit their fake stuff that they put out for us to find. And we thought we had success, even though we didn't. And because there's nobody there to verify it, it took a while for us to figure out we didn't. So fast forward to today, 8 months later, here we are in early March of 2026 now, and we're in the middle of bombing Iran again, under the same pretense of destroying their nuclear capabilities. And much like our ICE enforcement in Minnesota, we now know where it's not, but we don't know where the real stuff is at. So rather than do surgical strikes this time, we're just bombing broad base. Anything that looks like a missile could be a missile, could be missile adjacent. We're bombing because we don't have the knowledge of where to bomb. That's what it looks like to me. We're taking the same approach as ICE. We don't know where the illegals we want are. We're just going to start detaining everybody. There's a real appearance of carelessness with this administration. A genuine lack of forethought and planning seems abundantly apparent to many of us on the outside looking in. When you add the lying and deception on top of that, it's a very dangerous combination. And the real scary thing is there's no way for us to know this time if we've actually bombed, if we've actually been successful in eliminating their missile capabilities without somebody actually going there and verifying, yep, those are the tools they were using, and yes, they're destroyed. I don't know how we get that verification without people on the ground. So anybody that's telling us that they're not going to have people on the ground is just another liar right now too. So we're in a bad spot. I'm an American. I don't want us to fail. So I want us to be successful in this. But man, I sure hope we can find a way out quick before many people have to die. And I wish they'd just be honest with us, tell us what's happening. And I wish we had a Congress that would do the things that Congress was called out to do in the Constitution. None of us have much confidence in the people leading right now at all. I really believe it's time for a change at the top. We need a stable and clear path forward with a common destination in mind we can all get behind. And what we have right now, unfortunately, is a dimly lit, broken path with some serious hazards on both sides to an unknown destination. We need change,